Not long ago, I too had a child. But I couldn't protect him. It was in a nearby village. Some paripus started a riot, and my son was caught in the middle of it. They beat him until he was barely recognizable. Even bloodied and battered, he clung to life. But his body was broken. He couldn't move. And not a single person came to his aid. He was a Ujif, and to them, that's all he was. But he was a helpless child, left to die in a pool of his own blood. By the time I finally got to him, it had been hours. It was too late.
I had no idea.
I couldn't abide it. Reality was too painful, and I ran until I was spending my nights and days in the sandworm's pit. Better to live in solitude than in the embers of hell. That was the real reason I lived in that den of beasts. I thought death would be a mercy.
Heisme.
And then these meddlers came along. They dragged me under the night sky I'd not seen in many seasons. And beneath those stars, it finally came to me. This is not the life my son would have wanted for me. That thought changed my whole perspective. His memory deserves love, not pain. Look with your eyes and your heart. You can ignore it no longer. You loved your child, not this creature. And the child you loved is gone.
If I could have sacrificed my life instead, I swear I would have done it. I loved my son with all of my heart.
I know. Nobody could ever deny you that. And now, the nightmare is over.
What do we do? Do we present this creature as evidence?
I don't know. Our testimony's likely not enough to prove this monster was behind the disappearances, and...
Do you recall the promise I made when first we met? I pledged my political support if you were able to solve this matter. I fear that after all this, it is a boon I can no longer provide. But if you need a head to present to the judges, perhaps it could be my own.
You'd have us cut off your head?
If that is your decision, I will accept it. However, that seems unlikely to clear Heisme's name. Please take me to the exhibition of the brave. I will confess the truth before the masses. Surely the evidence will be undeniable when heard from my lips.
Yet as a holy woman, 'twould be bold-faced ignominy to sanctifex Forden. You risk dire consequences, possibly even without trial.
I have but one request. Before I depart, I would ensure all my duties are passed to my successor. I know I ask much of you, but would Barden and I be permitted to join you in Oceania later on? I will atone for my sins. For my son's sake, I must.
What should we do? There's no guarantee she won't take this opportunity to escape.
But I see her point. The people here have suffered enough unrest. If she is to leave them, She must ensure they still have guidance, else they'll fall to chaos and panic.
You are our captain. The decision is ultimately yours.
I'm choosing to trust Joanna. Right.
You're too nice for your own good. But you might have a point about not forcing her.
Our treatment of her might reflect on her confession, too. Don't want anyone saying we coerced it out of her.
Then 'tis settled.
Oh, thank you for your kindness. 1,000 times. Thank you. Oh, how curious. It's as if the fog has finally lifted from me.
I've heard the news about Lady Joanna. I will assume the duty of her escort to the exhibition, and I will ensure the warrant on Heisme is taken down. Rest assured, your bounty will be paid in full. After all, I asked that you find the true culprit, and so you did.
Ha! I say, we could upgrade the gauntlet runner with some extra spondulics, eh?
Young man, I have a request. Could you donate a portion of the money to the bereaved families? I know 'tis not my place, but something must be done for them. Their pain must be unbearable.
I don't think that decision should fall to me alone.
I think everything should go to them, not merely a portion of it.
Quite right. After all, our primary objective here is getting ahead for the exhibition.
My word, you're all indeed true knights. I'll personally make sure the citizens all hear of your bravery and spirit.
Just as long as you keep this out of the public ear until the exhibition, right? We can't have our opponents finding out and trying anything underhanded.
You have my solemn word. I'm glad I entrusted this to you.
All right.
Heisme, 'twas thanks to you.
I agree. If Barden thinks we're True Knights all, that goes double for you.
If you've nowhere else to go from here, perhaps you might join us and further lend us your strength.
You're in this race to become king, are you?
Not exactly. Look, you think it'd be all right to tell Heisme the truth?
We've come this far together. It's fine by me.
Yes, I have no objections either.
So His Royal Highness lives.
Would you lend us your strength?
You already know my answer. If I'm to choose a lord out of loyalty instead of dependence, then there's
Not a lord. A friend.
Hear, hear.
Right.
I wish I could have done more to help in Martira. I was so ready to prove myself, too. But maybe I found some... So I'm gonna focus on that from now on.
The mystical fairy, Gallica, keeper and heritor of the mage's virtues. Through thy shared bond, a new heroic embodiment slumbering within thee has come to blossom. Bear this new power. Foster this connection.
It's you and me. Our destinies are intertwined.
Okay. Now, all we have to do is head to Brilehaven and wait for Joanna to arrive.
Ah, about that. Dash it inconvenient, but there's apparently been a landslide on the Valley Road. Utterly impassable. The old road crews should have the mess cleared by the competition, so until then, your time is yours to waste.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
The deadline is...
True.
All right, then.
Why?